Welcome back to the news today. The leaders of Ukraine, Russia, Germany, and France held a 2-hour conference call today to assess the implementation of the Minsk Peace Accord, their first discussions since meeting in Paris on October 2nd. Tensions have risen recently after a Ukrainian soldier and 2 civilians were killed in the pro-Moscow separatist Donbass region. Kiev maintains that rebels are increasingly violating the truce in eastern Ukraine, where a 2-year conflict has killed more than 9,000 people. And with me here in the studio is Amir Orn, defense and government analyst for Arts Daily newspaper. Good evening.
Evening, Lucy.
Do you know peace truce is meant to be broken in this case, like in any other place in the world?
Well, you know, events have changed over the last 2 years. When the conflict started, Russia was obviously the aggressor, and Vladimir Putin was everyone's bad guy. And the question was, how does one not only stop and contain Russia, but how does the West help the Ukraine roll back?
But also Russia was not that involved in the Middle East like it is right now.
Exactly. And what has happened over the last 2 years is that President Obama kept leading from behind. From behind whom? From behind Putin. And when Putin first signed the chemical weapon accord with Obama on Syria, and then intervened only a few months ago in the Syrian civil war, actually stopping the bleeding that Bashar Assad suffered for the preceding 4 years and changing the course of the war, Putin has gained such a global stature that now the Ukrainians have no chance of getting back whatever they lost to the separatists backed by the Russians. So everyone is just keeping the status quo, maintaining whatever truce there is there, trying to contain incidents in order to prevent escalation. And you have this group of France, Germany, the Ukraine, and Russia trying to lead the Minsk process, but nothing is going to happen out of it. Putin is the man of the year. He's not going to back down.
So if he's not going to back down, what is the final target of Putin's in Ukraine?
Putin has many interests. The Russians are overextended. We have talked about their achievements, but what they have been doing in the Middle East as well as in the Ukraine and against Turkey, perhaps they will have to pay for it. The Russian economy is not that strong. So he is playing a very bold game, but also a very risky game. He wants to lead and to deter. But remember, when Russia, or earlier the Soviet Union, gets its hands on a piece of territory, like those Japanese islands at the end of World War II, they never let go. So the best that the Ukrainians can hope for is that the Russians will say that enough is enough and will not want more.
And U.S. saying that it's not okay, which is the best that they got until now.
And they say Happy New Year, too.
Happy New Year. Yes, Amir Orn, thank you very much for this.
Thank you.
1 person was killed and 11 others injured in a shooting at the UNESCO heritage site in Russia's volatile region of Dagestan. The incident occurred on Tuesday night near the fortress in Derbent, which claims to be Russia's oldest city. The Kremlin is fighting a deadly insurgency against Islamist rebels in the largely Muslim North Caucasus. In June, the Islamic State declared it had established a franchise there.